The Daily Ironman Show with Ironman Daily is...
Ironman Daily.
Now I do hold shift. How is this not working properly? Did I not fill this? Oh, I didn't even fill my pouches properly. This is why Jagex needs to stop changing the game. Like, shift click used to work for me here. Like, did I change a setting or what? Where are my runecraft settings? Pouch. Ugh. I hate how this is so stupid now. This is like quality of life changes were bad enough, but now this is like worse. They're just making it worse. Either leave it the way it is or try to make it better. And I guess I get that they're trying to make it better. This is the problem with quality of life changes. Since when has quality of life ever mattered? Even in human life, you look back throughout history, people were dying of sickness, of like rotting teeth, of the plague. And they were just like, yeah, man, I'm going to be with the Lord. Full send. Nobody gave a fuck. And now, all of a sudden, quality of life is so important that if you don't have quality of life, you just are miserable. Like, give me a break. That stuff doesn't really matter. It does not really matter. What matters is making no changes to the game. Ugh. And what's even better, if they were to make changes, is removing the Grand Exchange from the game. As I've said before, that's the only change I'll accept at this point. Remove the Grand Exchange. Bring back the old school RuneScape game. I will die on this hill. I will die on the hill of no changes because that's what old school RuneScape is all about. What's the point of re-releasing old school just to turn it back into RS3? Next thing you know, they're going to release Evolution of Combat on this game. And I'm not kidding. I still can't believe they made this change. I was ready for a peaceful day of rune crafting, and now I have to deal with this new shift click nonsense not working. Like, oh, it drives me crazy. These guys at Jagex. You know about the recent drama where they like changed the membership pricing or something. They were going to have a bunch of different weird membership features and like different tiers of membership. And then a bunch of players started protesting. Like, it just goes to show that Jagex has no idea what they're doing anymore. They have way too many developers. Like, fire everybody. Like, just stop making updates to the game. Like, nobody cares. All we want you to do is like reboot the servers if they crash. Like, stop trying to develop software. Like, that's not what we want. That's not what I want. And I know a lot of players really enjoy seeing new content in the game, like Varlamore and whatever else is going on, but I don't care about those players, okay? Jagex, you need to listen to me, okay? Disregard all of these players who always want changes and get them to play RS3 instead, because old school RuneScape is old school RuneScape for a reason, and every time you make changes to the game, you're hurting me, okay, Jagex? Jagex is hurting me. That's right, I said it. Jagex hurts my feelings, and I need them to kiss it better. I want you to tell me that everything's going to be okay. There's probably enough rune crafting for the day, eh? I need to move on to cosmic rune crafting, even though I don't really need cosmic runes, because I got all these alchebles from smithing, and now I need to cast high alchemy, and that's what the nature runes are for. Cosmic runes are for making battle staves, but I make battle staves in order to alch them, so I'm always going to need nature runes at the end of the day. Maybe I should just shut up for a while and run a few rounds of this nature rune craft and stop complaining about Jagex. Ironman Daily for 5 minutes. Can't you stop complaining about Jagex? They're going to make changes, man. Just get over it. There we go. I clicked shift again. Such a piss off. Okay, and now somehow my pouch... I broke my pouch again. I hate this. Why is Jagex so mean to me? This is just like the automotive industry, where they include 1 million computers in their cars and everything's a luxury vehicle now, and it just doesn't make sense. Like, why can't we just have an ordinary vehicle without any of the fancy gadgets inside? Backup cameras and sound systems, like, who cares, man? I need a car that runs. It's all part of the evil plan to squash the working man, isn't it? Isn't it all part of the evil plan to make hopeless everyday people of the world, to drive the citizenry into debt, to make us all slaves to the owners of money? This is why you got to get your money up, so that your money works for you. Because the way the system works, and I hate to say this, money is more important than human lives. And that's just the way it works in our economic system, because you can use money to save a life, and if you don't have money, then your life is going to suck. So at the end of the day, money is more important than human lives. And that's just the way that it works. I wish it weren't so, but the people are compromised. Democracy is a shell of itself. All we have left is hope. All we have left is hope that, all we have left is hope that things will get better. Because the way things are right now, we've been fed this lie of individualism, where everyone can just be on their own in society, but that's not how it works. Humans are social creatures, and in order to survive this thing and to be strong, we always have to work together. And that's why the culture of radical individualism is antithetical to the human condition. Western society in particular is very individualistic. See, I'm accidentally emptying these. Okay, never mind. I've got them all filled. You can't just spam click them anymore. You have to keep track of which ones you clicked and which ones you didn't. Does that guy talk to me? Oh my god, boys. I am so pissed about Jagex doing this stupid thing with the room pouches. Like, who asked for that? Did somebody pay off Jagex so they would make this change? Like, how the hell does this even come into the game? Like, don't you have something better to do? Stop making dumbass changes. I bet there was a poll. They made some poll, and the guy, like, they polled, like, do you want us to remove this shift click thing? And then somebody was like, yeah. Do you want us to make room pouches worse? Yeah. Polling is stupid, okay? Because the way that it works is people who don't want changes are busy enjoying the game, and people who do want changes are bored and they're spending all their time in polls trying to get new things changed. And so they go and they're excited for the poll and they vote yes on all the changes they want. Meanwhile, No Changes crew, we don't want to do the polls. We just have to go to the polls and then spam click no on every option. And there's no convenient no to all option. That's what they should do. They should make it easy for us to reject every single change, because ultimately that's what old school is all about. No changes. And so all these developers, I bet they're excited about it too at Jagex. They're like, oh, this new change would be so good. Let's ask the player base if they want it too. And then they go and do that. And so imagine if every time they had a cool idea of something they wanted to add to the game, we just shot it down, like no changes every time. Like, that's not what the business model they want to have. And besides, there's all these people, it's just like the automotive industry, all these people hooked on luxury vehicles that they can't afford. And so we just need a smarter public. We just need the players to get together and realize that old school is about no changes. You're not supposed to make changes to this game. You're just supposed to support the servers, run some cool events, like do leagues if you want, that's fine. Do some PvP tournaments. PvP is good. And then do some counter hacking, like try to make sure that players aren't using stupid plugins to cheat in PvP and stuff like that. And then that's it. Spend the rest of your time working on other games, work on RS3, and remove the Grand Exchange. Thank you. Bye. Thank you for watching this episode of Ironman Daily. Tune in next time for an interesting, introspective episode full of cosmic rune crafting and more. Fare thee well.